Orcas cut through the ocean with power, intelligence, and an uncompromising drive to hunt. Each approach is a precise blend of explosive strength and disciplined strategy. No creature is truly large enough to feel safe, and no encounter offers an easy exit when the ocean's ruler arrives. And just when it seems nature has been fully understood, the orca rises to remind the world. The real awe is only beginning. In the ocean, the great white shark is seen as the perfect predator. Equipped with an exceptional sense of smell and a bite force reaching up to 4,000 psi from more than 300 teeth, it becomes a source of fear for countless marine creatures. Yet the ocean has never celebrated only the physically strongest. Without any display of raw power beneath the darkened water, orcas appear with massive bodies measuring over 30 feet in length. They move with clear intent, analyzing, exploiting, and controlling the great white's most critical weakness, its energy-rich liver, a reward sufficient to sustain an entire pod across long migrations. The pursuit unfolds with careful calculation. Orcas coordinate seamlessly, using powerful tail movements to disturb the water, repeatedly applying pressure that causes the shark to lose orientation. A single moment turned upside down is enough to leave the opponent immobilized, where sharp teeth no longer hold meaning. When it all comes to an end, the ocean once again affirms its unforgiving rule. The true ruler is not merely the strongest creature, but the one that uses intelligence to transform strength into absolute authority. The power of orcas lies not only in their massive size, but in intelligence passed down through generations. To survive and dominate the harsh Antarctic environment, a young orca must spend 3 to 5 years learning how to control water movement from its own pod. This inherited knowledge is what turns them into true rulers of the ocean, masters of an advanced hunting technique known as wavewashing. The encounter begins in a breathless stillness. On a drifting ice floe surrounded by water near 30 degrees Fahrenheit, a seal weighing close to 600 pounds believes it is standing within a secure refuge. Below the surface, however, a group of orcas has already taken position, aligned side by side like a coordinated unit awaiting a signal. They dive together and release synchronized tail movements, generating a wave-washing surge rising nearly 5 feet high. The mass of water strikes the ice, causing it to shake violently as its fragile stability quickly gives way. When one wave is not enough, they repeat the action, stronger and more precise. The sustained pressure of the water forces the seal to slide off the ice and into the freezing ocean, where its advantage disappears. The orcas then use their powerful bodies to create continuous currents, surrounding and steadily exhausting their target, bringing the hunt to a close through intelligence, not chance. In temperate open seas, dolphins are regarded as the ocean's track athletes. Their streamlined bodies and exceptional agility allow them to change direction almost instantly while maintaining high speed over long distances. Living in large pods and rarely breaking formation, dolphins rely on an effective collective defense against most threats. When orcas appear, that balance is quickly disrupted. Without striking right away, the orca pod takes turns following, quietly narrowing the dolphin's available space. One group bursts above the surface to observe from higher vantage points, creating surface disturbances that interfere with the dolphin's orientation. Another group silently blocks escape routes, forming invisible corridors that force the dolphins into an increasingly confined path. The moment a single individual slips beyond the protective formation, the balance shifts immediately. Orcas accelerate in an instant, applying precise pressure to break momentum and separate the target from the group, bringing the pursuit to a swift conclusion. Such encounters occur infrequently, yet they are influential enough to shape dolphin distribution across vast marine regions. For orcas, each success is not only a matter of survival, but a tactical lesson preserved within the shared memory of the entire pod. Along the sandy shores of the Crozet Islands, sea lions leave the ocean after long foraging journeys, believing land to be their final safe refuge. Males weighing up to 1,000 pounds stretch out under the sun, growling as they compete for territory, their voices overpowering the rhythm of the waves. For a brief moment, the beach seems entirely theirs, a fragile sense of security. As the tide rises, however, the boundary between safety and danger begins to fade. From offshore, orcas appear and select a rare, high-risk strategy known as beach charging. Timing the incoming swell, they accelerate and surge partially onto the shore like living forces of momentum, then quickly pull their target back toward the retreating water. Each approach is a calculated gamble, where a delay of even seconds could leave the hunter stranded on the sand. If a sea lion manages to reach the water, the pursuit does not last long. Orcas avoid prolonged struggle, closing in with precise positioning to disrupt the final escape response. In moments, the advantage shifts decisively. the encounter ends swiftly, leaving behind a stark reality. Some predators do not only dominate the ocean, but are also willing to cross the line between sea and land to secure their survival advantage. Each spring, gray whales begin one of the longest migrations in the animal world. From the cold waters of the north, they travel more than 10,000 miles to the warm lagoons of Baja California, one of the few places safe enough for the next generation to be born. An adult can weigh around 60,000 pounds, roughly 6 times the mass of an orca. Yet on this journey, size does not guarantee safety. A mother gray whale stays close to her calf, maintaining a protective position in the open ocean. The newborn calf, measuring about 14 feet in length and weighing roughly 1,100 pounds, depends entirely on its mother for breathing rhythm and protection. That bond becomes the core of every survival effort. In narrow coastal migration corridors, orcas appear. Rather than relying on high-speed pursuit, they divide into groups, gradually disrupting the movement of the mother-calf pair. One group holds position on the outer side, while another repeatedly alters angles, forcing the mother to change direction and expend energy. The pressure does not arrive all at once. It builds over time, slowly stretching the protective distance. If formation is maintained and shallow water remains within reach, the chance of survival persists. But a slight break in timing can cause a massive advantage to lose its meaning. In the open ocean, the future can hinge on whether a young whale passes through a narrow passage, before that window quietly closes. Along the edge of Antarctic ice, cold winds drive temperatures below 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Penguins move in sequence as they plunge into the sea to feed, carrying bodies under 3 feet tall and weighing around 12 pounds, entering waters where even the smallest misstep can be magnified. Beneath the surface, an orca pod approaches in silence. There is no sudden acceleration or display of force. Instead, they wait patiently for the moment a penguin leaves the ice or prepares to return, assigning roles to observe and block pathways, ready to take advantage of any opening when the formation begins to loosen. As pressure builds near the ice edge, penguins are forced to launch back onto the surface to evade. But this is not an ending, only a pause, because they must return to the sea to feed their young. In the freezing water, the advantage shifts toward the orcas, leaving penguins dependent on sharp directional changes and tight formation to avoid exposure. When a single individual falls out of rhythm for even a brief instant, the balance changes immediately. In icy regions like Antarctica, penguins therefore become a means through which young orcas learn observation, coordination, and control of timing. Skills essential for survival in an unforgiving world. Beneath water that seems harmless, the crocodile lies still like a living trap that can breathe. With one faint ripple, the entire swamp shifts its rhythm, and everything feels slower under sudden tension. It does not need noise, only the right moment to burst forward like a door snapping shut. One misstep, one mistimed move, and the advantage disappears instantly. So what allows the crocodile's hunting power to end most chases in just a few seconds? With a long evolutionary history, the crocodile carries a design that is nearly perfected for an ambush lifestyle. A body weighing over 1,000 pounds can glide forward in near silence, supported by armored skin and muscular structure optimized for explosive power. Eyes positioned high on the head allow observation without revealing the full body, while one of the strongest jaw forces in nature enables instant control. Every movement is energy efficient, turning the crocodile into a symbol of endurance and strategy within wild waters. In the wild, a wild boar is not an easy animal to intimidate. With an aggressive temperament and sharp tusks, it is ready to push back against any threat. But against a swamp hunter, hidden beneath the water, courage alone is sometimes not enough. At the water's edge, a warthog drinks while staying on alert. A crocodile moves in silently, then suddenly surges onto the bank like an arrow. However, thanks to the quick reflexes typical of hoofed animals, the warthog steps back in time and escapes by a narrow margin. Even so, the crocodile does not give up. It shifts its focus toward the warthog group farther away, patiently waiting for a single opening to change the situation. The arrival of an entire group of warthogs feeding close to the riverbank quickly draws the crocodile's attention. It chooses a direct rush from the water. A mother warthog, driven by a powerful protective instinct, charges with forceful impacts. Under that intense resistance, the crocodile appears stunned and remains still under pressure. The tension rises when small pieces of food appear in the water. The crocodile senses an opening and moves in quietly, waiting for the right moment. As soon as the warthog becomes distracted by the food, the crocodile makes its decisive move. This time, no unlikely escape happens. It serves as a warning. The biggest mistake for land animals is underestimating the patience of a hungry crocodile. During the dry, scorching summer months in southeast Sri Lanka, water becomes a priceless lifeline for every creature. The few remaining pools scattered across the sun-baked land draw many species in, including deer, highly alert grazers that still must approach to survive. Deer have quick reflexes, sharp hearing, and strong legs that help them spring away from danger on land. But once they step down to the water's edge, that advantage begins to fade. A mugger crocodile can reach about 16 feet in length and weigh hundreds of pounds, built for ambush beneath the surface. Rather than chasing, it relies on stealth as its primary strategy. Along the jaw, fine sensory receptors detect even the faintest ripples as a deer moves closer. On land, a deer can often evade with ease. But if it is pulled into deeper water, the balance shifts instantly. With an estimated bite force around 3,700 psi and strong control of the space below the surface, the crocodile gradually gains the upper hand. It becomes a contest between speed and patience, where the one that waits longer often holds the final advantage. The leopard is one of the most cunning, powerful, and relentless hunters in the big cat family. With bold risk-taking, it has been known to steal food right in front of a crocodile's jaws. Even while facing sudden snaps and clear warnings from the swamp's hidden threat, the leopard refuses to break this dangerous habit. The crocodile, one of the most patient hunters in the wild, quietly remembers the debt and waits for the right moment to claim it back. That moment arrives when the leopard crosses a river and unknowingly steps into an ambush. In an instant of sheer danger, it thrashes desperately to break free from the pressure of sharp teeth. Fortunately, the leopard manages to pull its tail free. It becomes a harsh warning from the crocodile. In the water, the confidence of a land ruler can disappear in a single moment. The cheetah can accelerate faster than any land animal on the planet. But beneath the surface, that speed becomes meaningless. As the cheetah lowers its head to drink, it unknowingly steps into a disadvantage zone, where crocodiles wait for a chance to close in. In just 0.2 seconds, faster than a blink, the crocodile launches an overwhelming strike, leaving the cheetah no time to respond. It becomes a lesson for another cheetah nearby. Awareness must come before thirst. On another stretch of the riverbank, 3 cheetahs prepare to enjoy a rich meal when a crocodile suddenly moves in. Although the cheetahs try to pull the food farther away, they cannot ignore the crocodile's determination to claim it. Realizing the risk outweighs the reward, the group steps back and watches from a distance, choosing to withdraw to stay safe. The lion steps forward as a supreme force ruling the savanna. In contrast, the crocodile is the true master of the swamp. When these two powers collide, it is not simply a hunt, but a clash of authority and territory. When a crocodile becomes exposed on dry ground, several lions immediately move in. The lions coordinate closely, using claws and sharp teeth to apply pressure. Their agility is shown through quick repositioning, avoiding counter moves and circling from behind. In response, the crocodile pivots repeatedly to block close approaches, opening its jaws as a defensive display. Under constant pressure from the group, the crocodile loses ground. In the end, it slides quickly back into the water to regain safety. Beneath the surface, the advantage shifts clearly to the ancient reptile. When a lion prepares to cross the river, even a subtle movement in the water allows the crocodile to lock onto the position. Through heightened awareness and rapid reaction, the lion withdraws before the distance fully closes. That encounter does not end at the riverbank. It becomes a lasting mark, signaling more tense encounters ahead. While lions feed on a drifting hippo carcass near the river's edge, their focus shifts away from the water. In a split second, a sudden snap occurs close to the lion's face, erasing the margin of safety. Startled and disoriented, the lion pulls back and rushes toward the shore. The riverbank then settles once again into an uneasy silence.
I think I got it with the camera was saying.
On a sun-baked riverbank cracked by heat, a herd of wildebeest has migrated for miles, moving carefully toward the water's edge. The younger ones see the river as a familiar place to drink, but the more seasoned adults slow down because memories of past danger never fully fade. Just beneath the surface, a crocodile moves into the perfect position. It stays still, waiting for the herd to draw closer, using experience from many wet seasons to judge the exact distance. All it takes is one distracted individual for a single moment, and that becomes the signal to act. The target is pulled away from the bank in an instant, and every exit disappears. After a fierce struggle, the animal weakens and slips beneath the cold water. When the herd commits to crossing, that is when the crocodile's opportunity opens. Fast, chaotic water breaks the formation, and if one individual drifts too far and gets trapped, the outcome is almost certain. In many downstream areas, wildebeest can make up around 10% of a crocodile's diet, becoming an important energy source as water seasons rise and settle. Every river crossing is a test of awareness and discipline, reminding that water does not only bring life, but also hides a demanding survival challenge beneath the surface. The ocean settles once more, as if nothing has changed, yet its order is always rewritten in silence. Orcas represent not just power, but collective intelligence, discipline, and memory passed down through generations within the cold, deep currents. If viewers wish to continue following wild stories like these, they are encouraged to press like and subscribe to stay connected to the next journey. Out there, every new horizon often begins with a single moment of close observation.